Hi and welcome to the video to help you stay healthy effortlessly. This video is about preventing the next pandemic because this pandemic will not have any vaccine, and the pandemic that we are talking about is AMR, which is antimicrobial resistance, also known as the antibiotic resistance. Having studied medicine and pharmacy for 6 years, I believe that people must become aware of abusing antibiotics, what is the right way of using it, and how antibiotic use can be deadly for your own body. Imagine after a few years you drink a contaminated water and you die because of that. It is purely because your body has become resistant to those antibiotics, and this is because of these two mistakes which people are making and which is leading to antibiotic resistance. According to World Health Organization, 1.27 million people die because of antibiotic resistance, and not just that, antibiotic resistance indirectly contributes to 4.9 million deaths, and this number could go well beyond 10 million by 2050. So we have to make sure that something which is preventable, this is not about food or lifestyle or exercise. You could be exercising, you could be eating the right food, you could be eating a lot of right things, but if you are abusing antibiotics, if you are making these two mistakes, then it becomes difficult for anybody to save you if you get a regular or a common infection. So a common infection which could have been killed by a regular antibiotic has now become deadly, and it can even take somebody else, it can take someone's life. So what are these two mistakes that we have to make sure that we avoid in order to prevent antibiotic resistance? The first one is the self-medication. In India, if you go across any pharmacy shop and you ask for antibiotics, you will be readily handed over the antibiotics, and also in many other countries as well, there is no doctor's prescription required, and you start taking antibiotics because the last time you went to the doctor gave you the medication and you felt well, you recovered. Now you have the same symptoms, so instead of going to the doctor either because of time or because of financial, for whatever reasons, you just take the same prescription, or sometimes you don't take the prescription, just ask for the medicine, you take the medicine, and then you feel good. Now yes, you might feel good, but the infection or the disease, the symptom that you had next time could be not because of the bacterial infection, it could be because of something else, and your body did not need antibiotics. So you just self-medicated your body with antibiotics where it was not required, which leads to the resistance of the which leads to the resistance of the bacteria in your body. Another mistake that people make is that when they go over the counter and they just share their symptoms with the person across the counter. It could be a pharmacist, or it could be somebody else in the shop, and they just readily give you antibiotic and a few painkillers, and you take those and you start feeling good. Now the problem with that is that there is an incomplete dosage. So if a doctor gives you a prescription for 5 days, you just take it for 3 days, you feel good, and then you don't take it for the remaining 2 days. So you are not completing the course of antibiotics, and because of that there are few bacteria which were left. Now they become resistant. The same thing happens when you just buy over the counter. You don't buy a full course, you just buy a 2 to 3 tablets, and then you take it, you feel good, and you start going back to work again, and then you frequently start getting those symptoms again and again, once in 2 months, 3 months. This is because your body is becoming resistant to those bacteria, and now you need higher dosage of those medications, or even some different medications. So please make sure you avoid these two mistakes, which is self-medication. If you feel you have fever, if you have cough, you have any other thing, then please go to a doctor whom you trust, who that the person will not just give me antibiotics just for the sake of giving. The person knows you, examines, and you trust the person. So please get yourself examined before taking antibiotics. And if you feel that the doctor is giving you antibiotic every time you go, then please go and find another doctor whom you can trust, who can talk to you, identify your symptoms, and then understand your problem better, so that accordingly the person can prescribe you the antibiotic or some other course of treatment. But please don't self-medicate and don't invite the next pandemic. And the second, if you have to take antibiotics for whatever reasons, you have the infection, you have genuine bacterial infection and you have to take, then make sure you complete right? You complete the course, you don't keep it incomplete, just you feel good after 2 to 3 days, then you stop. Don't make this mistake. So avoid these two mistakes, which will help you prevent the next pandemic, and make sure your body does not become resistant to the antibiotic medications. Other parameters which you can take care of is the hygiene, the personal hygiene, which is in your home, in your office. You take care of the cleanliness, the hygiene parameter, especially in your house. Make sure you don't take footwears inside your house, they are outside the door, because when the footwear comes in, there are thousands of bacteria and germs which can enter in your house, and then it can go in your body through your through your mouth or through your nose. So hygiene is very important, especially you are eating food. Make sure before you eat, you wash your hands. After you eat, you wash your hands properly and thoroughly. When you are eating food outside, or even at home, make sure you properly wash it, you properly clean it, you properly cook it. And if you are eating outside food, then please make sure you are eating in a hygienic place. You don't eat uncooked food. Take care of these simple parameters which can help you prevent the bacterial infection and transmission of those infection. And another one is the water. If you are drinking water, make sure it is properly filtered. If you are having it outside, take care of the proper precautions, so that your body is prevented from the things which can easily be avoidable with taking care of the proper precautions, hygiene, food, water. And once in a while, it's life. You're living, things can happen, then things can go wrong, you might get an infection. And if you ever get sick, then please make sure you have a proper prescription. You go to the registered medical provider, you examine yourself, and take it only if it is required. And if you have to take it, make sure you complete and you don't leave it incomplete, because antibiotic resistance will not have any cure, will not have any solution. It is going to just create more health issues. So I hope this video helps you avoid the mistakes of making the antibiotic resistance to the bacteria, and help your body stay healthy effortlessly as long as you are living. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family who are constantly taking antibiotics for small things, and help them prevent the antibiotic resistance. Thank you so much once again for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video.